Ah. So YouTube made some changes to the uh, deal for going live, and it's now a royal pain. Uh, my son was trying to work it where we went through his deal in, I don't know, it wasn't working out anyway. So we'll do this a little bit different. I see you, Lan Lee. Give him just a second. Yes, yes. Here we go. Everybody's starting to float in here. Time to stand. Hey, how you doing? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Yes, they can hear me. Okay. All right. Good deal. All right. So this isn't going to be very long. Um, I'm trying to look here. So there was a repost of my video with the U.S. Marshals. They're not actually the U.S. Marshals. I'll get into that in a second. Um, at the downtown Houston Federal Courthouse. Um, there's a little bit of confusion on that, but that's fine because it raised some issues that I actually have a chance now to address with you guys. So that incident happened in oh March or April of 2016. There's a squeaky noise. This electric fireplace. I got an electric fireplace going. Um, all of those, the guys in the blue blazers, they are not U.S. Marshals. What they are retired. Hey, WTT, how you doing? They are retired. Um, Hold on. WTT should have a wrench, but it's not letting me give him a wrench. Huh. Okay. Um, they're all retired police officers. And what they do is the U.S. Marshal Service contracts to private security companies and they hire these guys on. They then basically deputize them as court security officers. So they do have the power. In order to qualify for the position, you must have been a law enforcement officer that had arrest powers. So if you were just like a jailer, you couldn't do it or something like that. But typically, most of the guys that I find doing that job are retired police officers. Now, this brings up the question of if they acted like that when they knew the camera was rolling, how did they act when they were police officers? Yeah, you think about that. Um, so as that situation developed, initially I was caught off guard. Retired dirty cops, exactly. Um, you hear me kind of babbling a little bit when they backed me up against the wall. That's because I was trying to think, and I'm just running my mouth to keep them busy while I'm planning an exit. Of course, that didn't work out so well, but I did finally manage to get out of their grasp, and only to be pushed into the street by the other guy. So the what you don't see in that video is when that guy backed me out into the street, when he came at me in the street and I was backing up, and I got about 15, 20 yards into the street, I stopped and I doubled up my fist and I wasn't moving. That's when he stopped and you see a kind of a funny look on his face. He got that funny look on his face because he knew he's fixed to get clocked. And, up till before HPD showed up there and all those other people showed up there, those guys could have done anything they wanted and gotten away with it because there's no witnesses. No witnesses. They weren't worried about the cameras because they never seen what a camera can do in a situation like that. They retired before there were body cameras and all that kind of stuff. And dash cameras, most of these guys, a lot of the smaller departments around here didn't have dash cameras until the 2000s. So, they're not used to being held accountable. And that's exactly what happened. So I made a complaint with the local office, the U.S. Marshal Service. The lady that runs it her name is she's retired now or moved on, Dorliz Ramos, and I didn't show her in any videos. She's been here in the Houston office, man, for 25, 30 years. She's been here forever, forever. I know exactly who she is. Um, so she took the complaint, and unfortunately, because these guys are contractors, they do not have the authority, or she does not have the authority to just fire them. So she just moved him to a crappier job, a place where he wasn't able to get to the public, and that was all she could do at the time. My complaint went to the Office of Inspector General, and then it was handed down to the security company. And they eventually, I don't know if their contract expired before he got turned loose or not, but he was, after 7.5 months, he was turned loose. I don't know if that was because the contract expired or because he actually got dismissed. I don't know the answer to that. They won't tell us. Um, One of the funny things about that situation, everybody hollers, why don't you sue him? Why don't you sue him? Why don't you sue him? At the time that this occurred, I had about 10,000 subscribers. And I was working and doing audits off of my savings. I wasn't making money off of YouTube. That didn't come until late in 2016. When I got monetized, it was like, I don't know, September. I wasn't doing it for the money. And so I never thought about getting monetized. And then somebody said, hey, why don't you get monetized? That'll pay for everything you need to do. And so lawsuits are expensive. Lawyers typically won't take them on without a retainer up front. Best in camera warfare. I see you, Bill. So you have to come up with the money. You've got to come up with a retainer. And at the time, I didn't have it. So there was no lawsuit. Um, and then that was the end of it. So a lot of you have been asking what happened. I did contact the Harris County District Attorney at the time. That was, I'll think of her name here in a second. Anyway, she's worthless. Devin Anderson. And she was just absolutely not going to prosecute a cop. And so there was nothing. The only gratification, the only justice we got out of that was that the camera recorded everything, and they are forever and ever exposed. And sometimes that's all you get. That's all the justice you get. It's unfortunate, but that's just how it is. Yes, the black guy that popped in there, he was not with us. He just came out of nowhere. And I actually gave him a business card as he was walking off. I'd love to meet that guy again. He was well informed on his rights and did not have a problem. He grabbed his phone and started recording just as soon as that mess kicked off. So it was a good thing. It was a good thing. At that point, I was glad to have all the backup that I could get because things were escalating and didn't look like it was going to start de-escalating anytime soon. So it was great to have somebody else there, an independent person there to watch over us. Let me see, what else? Did I answer everybody's questions? You've been posting a lot of questions on that video over there, asking what happened and why. For those of you that are saying that I should have popped that dude, remember initially it was just myself and my buddy there, and they got guns. We had no guns. They had everything. They had the numbers. They had the weapons. They had everything. So had I popped that dude, it's very probable that I just would have gotten beaten down and charged with something, and that just doesn't make sense. That's not how we need to do things. Now, as it escalated, would I have defended myself? Absolutely. Once I was out in the street and he continued to advance on me, you see the look on his face when I got ready to pop him, and you see, hey Johnny 50, and you see how the other guys go and grab him and pull him away. That's what was happening there. You don't see that because, that's different camera angles that I don't have. So I don't recommend that you fight with the police ever. It's pointless. All you're going to do is get beat down and get another charge. You may win in the long run, um, but what happens? What happens in the instant? You could be killed, and it just doesn't make sense. It's not. It's not a good plan. And so I highly recommend that you do not do that. Um, let's see what else. What else? Exactly, Johnny Five O. It's just not worth it. Let them take you to jail. You fight in court, not on the street. Now, my views on that are kind of changing a little bit for a variety of reasons, and there's a time and a place for everything. Emerson, what's going on with Shell? There's nothing going on with Shell right now. Deer Park, I can't go into all that mess very much right here, but I will tell you that the district attorney, Harris County District Attorney, in order to ensure that I'm not going to publish anything, has been fighting us and getting protective orders over the information we're getting. We got 30,000 pages of documents, and the district attorney went to the judge and got a court order saying that to prevent me from publishing them, because I want to publish it. I want everybody to see exactly what is what. But there's still stuff that we have gotten that will be published. Yeah, don't buy Shell gas. We got something special coming for Shell and the city of Deer Park, and we'll get to that. Yes, they're not U.S. Marshals. They are deputized private security, basically. I saw somebody posting a comment there. Did anybody else have any other questions? Anything on Rufus in Louisiana? No, my appeal is still sitting on a desk over there, and my lawsuit is filed there and on hold. Rent-a-feds, yeah, that's what they are. What about the Hemmings, Lisa? My bar complaint is being prosecuted. The California State Bar is taking Krista to court, and they're going to attempt to disbar her. I actually have a phone interview with two of the prosecutors this week on Wednesday morning, whatever day the 4th is. I'll be on the phone with them doing an interview. Let me see. Shell told me they are going to, hold on, back that up. Shell told me they're going to call cops and Coast Guard. Yeah, let them. Updates on Leon Valley. Leon Valley lawsuit is on hold while the people who were criminally charged are getting their yes, man in black. This is when the courthouse guards pushed me in the street. We're talking about the Leon Valley lawsuit is on hold until everybody's criminal charges are resolved. Some of them have already been taken care of, and some of them have not. No, I did not see that, Texas Rose. I'll Google that and see it when I get done on here. A 360 camera. Yeah, 360 cameras are great, but we didn't have them 3 years ago. So that's recent technology. I will look at a 360 camera in the very near future. But one thing you need to remember, all right, and when I buy equipment, all right, I buy equipment that I can afford to lose. And the reason I do that is because often my cameras are damaged by cops, confiscated by cops. Like I've got a camera sitting in Leon Valley right now. It's been sitting there over a year. I don't know when I'll get it back. Now, we heard recently that from somebody on the inside that they went into the evidence bag and retrieved my camera and deleted some of the footage that it captured. The camera was running when they arrested me, and it continued to run while they were handling everybody and booking everybody, and it was running when they brought it into the back room to book it into evidence. So it probably caught some very interesting stuff. But we're hearing that they have gone into it and deleted some stuff. And if they did, we'll be able to tell. J.C. Playford was arrested yesterday. I'll check into that right away. Um, yeah, I screwed up, but if they did, we'll be able to tell that it was altered and possibly um, recover the video. So, anyone know what happened to the U.S. Marshals? Okay, they're not U.S. Marshals. They are what are called CSOs, Court Security Officers. They are contracted by the U.S. Marshal Service from a private security company. Um, the one that pushed me into the street was terminated. Eventually, it took 7.5 months, and the district attorney here at the time would not pursue charges. They don't. They don't. Yes, bootlicker, it is tampering. It's not just tampering; it's destruction of evidence. But Leon Valley, they don't care. They don't care. They're not being held accountable. You think the district attorney out there in Bexar County is going to prosecute them for that? Yeah, but it will come out of their pockets. Then that's the best we can hope for. And Leon Valley is unraveling for these people right now. The citizens of Leon Valley have really stepped up, and they are taking their city back. And when they get rid of the tyrants that are in office, they're doing a recall election. Go over to Justin Pulliam's channel. There's a video there on exactly what's going on. And as soon as they take back control of their local government, Salvaggio's gone. Osagi Vagina's gone. And all the corrupt cops that are in there are gone. Um, there was even talk of disbanding the police department and just contracting with the sheriff's department or SAPD or maybe one of the constable's office to provide police protection for them. Bear, yes, it's Bexar County. Bexar. Bexar, Bear, whatever. Yes, CJ Grisham is suing. He's not suing Leon Valley. He's suing Almost Park. Um, let's see. Hey, David Boren, see ya. Harris County. There, I did an update, and I think James. I think it's posted on the News Now community channel, which is I think where I'm broadcasting right now. If it went through right, 906 off road. Yeah, there you go. Hello for Christmas. Um, Granite State be getting out pretty soon. I don't watch the Masters report. That dude's a fraud. So it brings us to something else. As part of discovery on my current case, we got the Fusion Center report on me, which is like unbelievably big. I mean, it's crazy. And we also got all current and past counterintelligence operations that are being run. Now, my intention was to publish that. It's not a squeaky wheel, it's like a fireplace heater thing. Um, and I announced that I was going to do that. I'm going to publish every document that we have gotten as part of a subpoena from this thing, and they are fighting us on giving us stuff, and they are getting protective orders to prevent me from publishing stuff. Why? It's really clear and really easy because they don't want you guys to know what kind of dirty stuff they're doing here and what kind of dirty lies they're telling. That's what it is. Um, so my intention was to publish the Fusion Center documents, and they are very revealing because they name names of who is in this movement and who is on the periphery of this movement that are working with the government. And I will tell you, I would love to publish that. However, when I announced that I was going to publish that, my lawyer had to sign a non-disclosure agreement to get that, and they told him that if I published that they would charge and prosecute him for violating the non-disclosure agreement. So I will not be publishing that, but I will tell you, I'm not going to keep silent about who is involved, working as snitches or whatever. Felipe Hemming is 100% documented cooperating with the government. And I do have that. I got that a different way, and I do have it on audio, and I have provided it to the um, 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 California State Bar. Has also been provided to the lawyer that is handling the civil suit against the Hemmings. But it is 100% verified that Felipe Hemming is cooperating with the government against me. So there you have it. Let me see what we got here. Buck G. Buck G's not in here. I didn't see Buck G. I don't see Buck G in here. Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. I think that's it, guys. I hope that brought everybody up to date. Like I said, my primary purpose here was to get can auditing ever be profitable? No. Anybody that thinks you're getting rich off of doing this doesn't know what they're talking about. Absolutely does not know what they're talking about. And to give you a for instance, the current case I have going so far, I spent $30,000 on. They didn't expect that I had that kind of money, but it didn't all come from auditing. So, you know, if you're auditing for money, unless you're somebody like San Joaquin Valley Transparency, do not trust him. Unless you're somebody like that that never gets arrested, never gets detained, can't imagine why that is. Puts out video after video after video after video that's monetized to the max. Yeah, that dude's making crazy money. He's making $30,000 a month. You know, um, High Desert's making good money, but High Desert has been arrested, has been convicted of some stuff. Although he's not told you guys when that's happening, he tells you he beat the case. I've got the documents, and maybe I'll do a video about that and post for you guys to see. But no, he's been convicted, and yes, San Joaquin is he a rat? I don't know if he's a rat, but he took bounty money to attack me. How about that? I need to do a video. I guess I need to do another High Desert video and a San Joaquin video. Show you guys some documents and screenshots and stuff like that. But yeah, San Joaquin took $1,000 bounty to come after me. He was paid $1,000 to come after me, and I can prove it. Can prove it. Prove it. It came. I got it coming right from him. That's what's so funny. These guys, they do this stupid stuff and then they talk about it to people. Anyway, anything else, guys? I'm watching the chat here. Anybody got any other questions before I go? Thank you, Dean Parks. News Now Patrick lawsuit. I don't know. It's pending. Says the agitator. Yeah, I guess I'm an agitator. Whatever. Stay real. You'd be amazed at what High Desert got in that lawsuit. Get the documents yourself. Don't believe the documents that they're publishing. Go get the documents yourself. I don't put up with you guys. You guys put up with me. What happened to my $5,000 that I gave the Hemmings? That I gave them a $5,000 retainer on the FBI lawsuit, and it's gone. It's gone. California Guardian. Jay, I just covered the update on the case with the daughters. Padilla. Don't trust Padilla. Another snitch. Boxers or briefs? Briefs. Bounty from whom? That's a good question. Why don't y'all ask San Joaquin? He didn't win 500,000, and he had to give some of it to the Hemmings. Can anybody do audits? Yes, but you better know what you're doing. What about the thugs? This video is about the thugs that attacked me in front of the federal courthouse in downtown Houston. When I end the stream, go back and replay it. It's all there in the very beginning. News Now Patrick is a scammer. Had a video claiming he was helping Josh Nomad. I don't know anything about that, and I don't think Patrick is a scammer. I think you guys would be amazed at what goes on behind the scenes with Patrick. Does he do some questionable stuff? Absolutely. But like James Freeman says, um, there are just some things that Patrick will do that nobody else will do, and sometimes they need doing. I hear James Freeman has quit. Thank you, Rock the Beat 41. I'm glad you think I'm the best. I'm just a guy with a camera. Waconian Prepper. No, I'm not married, and yes, I have an RV. I have a truck. I got a boat. Haven't you heard? I've got a $80,000 boat and $35,000 Corvette, and I wear Ray Bans. None of that's true. Um, Border Patrol checkpoints, always, always. Furry Potatoes doing good work. Border Patrol checkpoints will have tyrants always. Foxy, I haven't heard anything out of Foxy. Foxy is involved in a lawsuit, I believe, and the Hemmings are handling it, so she is not talking about what happened with her in High Desert at this point. However, once that lawsuit is settled, maybe she will. What about Black Label, El Jefe? Um, Man, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Uh, you know, everybody's hollering about this big purge coming on YouTube this month, and Black Label. My videos are still up; they're not coming down. If they take down my channel because of my activism, then that's just what they do. Uh, Black Label, on the other hand, took down all his videos to save his channel so that he can claim he's some big gamer now. If you ever looked at him or watched him play games, it's hilarious. The dude has to play with good players to cover up how bad he is. Do I ever get scared? Absolutely. Go look at that U.S. Marshals video. When they had me backed up against the wall and I started going, yes, I was scared. Yes, I do get scared. There are times when it's normal to be scared. And anybody that never gets scared, man, there's something wrong with them. Yes, I get scared. Uh, More often than not, I don't. But when it comes to going hands on, with these people who can kill you without any accountability, you should be scared. You should be scared. And yes, why is Freeman quitting? I don't know. You have to ask him. I don't know it for sure. I've just heard there's a rumor floating around that he's gonna change what he's doing. He's done with all the auditors and all that. I'm trying to catch this. There's a lot of things going on. Yeah, everybody gets scared. I mean, like I said, you're dealing with people that can literally murder you. And I will tell you, and I know Deer Park's watching this. Um, Freeman's having fun with his family. That's good. That's good. That's what he should be doing. Um, Once this all wraps up with Deer Park, they have nothing left. They have nothing. They've dug as deep as they could, and they have nothing left except one thing, and that is to murder me. Shell and Deer Park, that is all they've got left, is just to kill me. And I don't doubt that they will. For those, it's not unusual for major corporations to have people murdered, and that includes Shell. Shell has done some really shady stuff, not just offshore, but within the confines of the United States. It's unacceptable, and that cops participate in this is scary. But what you see happening in Leon Valley with them taking back their city government, there's something like that brewing in Deer Park. There is something like that brewing in Deer Park. And there will be once that is done, once they take back the government, that fake ass chief they've got over there and all his crooked buddies are going to be in trouble. They're going to be in trouble. Let me see. All right. Anything else? Anything I'll do? Bronf, Wolfie. Okay, it's going too quick here. What am I going to put on my headstone? I don't know. There's a big, here we go, Dandy Dan. There's a big conflict of interest between police shell in your park. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. The Deer Park Police put in over 1,000 man hours on my case. Two detectives, two full-time detectives, 1,000 man hours. 1,000 man hours on a case that was already investigated and determined to be unfounded. You, capital murder cases don't get that kind of attention. I mean, it's crazy. Let's see. That Marshall video was horrific. It was. Hold on, I saw something here about auditing America is being exposed for criminals. What are my thoughts? What are my thoughts? It's pretty simple, okay? If you've been to jail in your past and you've put all that behind you and you're being an honest and productive citizen, whatever you did in the past, I think that's done. I think it's over with, okay? If you're still committing crimes, that's different. Um, as good citizens, you guys love hearing that. As good citizens, we should always strive to obey and work within the law. And that's what I do. I have sought to operate within the law and, try to do the right thing. Do I always do the right thing? No, I'm human, but I make an effort. And that's probably the best you can hope for. You guys just remember, and this goes for those cops too, all right? You see these cops out in the street that you're hating on and stuff, they're human. They're human, and not all of them are crooked. And I know it just kills the cop haters out there, when I say that, because they're like, oh, we hate all cops. I'm sorry, I don't. I'm not a cop hater. That's the government's lie. Oh, you're a cop hater because you stand up and expose the bad guys. No, I don't do it because I hate cops. I do it because I hate crooked cops. Because crooked cops are screwing it up for the good guys. And I love exposing crooked cops. Absolutely love it. It gets me off. Yeah, it gets me my jollies, dude. But I don't have a problem backing up good guys. I don't have a problem backing up good guys that make mistakes. But the people that can't take their ego out of the equation, the people that would arrest somebody just because it's a contempt of cop arrest, I can't back that up, and I can't back that person up. That's crooked. You're going to ruin somebody's life because you can. Not because they broke the law or did something that deserved it, but just because you can. And that's wrong. And that is it, guys. I'm going to wrap this up. I've been watching a series on Amazon Prime called Man in the High Castle. And it's pretty good. I like it. So I'm going to go. I'm working on season 3 now. But appreciate, I saw some people donate a couple dollars and $5 here and there. Appreciate the donations. What about the FBI agent? Oh, you know what? Justin and I are going to do a video about the El Paso FBI incident and give you updates on where all those guys are. So that is something that we'll be doing here in the very near future. I'm also going to do a video about the fusion centers so that you guys will understand what they are and what they are supposed to be doing versus what they are doing. It is very important when you see that video, that you watch that video. It's going to be a little long-winded, but you'll understand why when we get there. But that's it, guys. Y'all have a nice night. Here we are 34 minutes in. I can't believe it. It took, it just, man, the time goes fast when I get on here with you guys. I will do, in the very near future, I will do a live stream where I've got time to just sit here and answer questions and do all of that. Um, and I will do that in the very near future. And you know, if it runs 2 hours or whatever, we'll just deal with that. Um, Jerry Nick, yes, California Guardian is in jail. California Guardian, for those that don't know, thank you, Cody, uh, has been on probation for getting in a fight with a security guard. They initially charged him with a hate crime and robbery and all kinds of stuff, and he ended up taking a plea deal on that uh, for some probation. Well, he was out doing an audit the other day, and in California, if you're on probation and they ask for ID, you have to ID. And so they asked him for ID. He refused to ID. They patted him down, found a knife on him, but they turned him loose. And then they found out who he was. They went to his house, and in the course of arresting him for the knife and the probation violation of not IDing, they found other weapons in his residence. So now they have arrested him and charged him, and I guess they're trying to do a probation violation on him, and he is sitting in the county jail out there. How many fusion centers? Every county has a fusion center. Every county, every police department has a fusion center officer, and that is all run by uh, Cortland. I'll look that up. That is all run by the Department of Homeland Security. I'll get into all that when I do that video. So California Guardian goes back to court in mid-December, and maybe then he'll have an idea of what um, his fate is. I don't know if he's going to get out or if he's going to have to actually get a violation and go to jail for a while. So I don't know. All right, guys. California Guardian should have known better. Yes, he should have. Abilene County jail audit was priceless. I loved Abilene County. When I looked up there at the city police, they were upstairs talking about me while I was in the lobby, and I'm talking to them up there. Oh, they were pissed. Are you around Seabrook? Yes, I am. Third Coast Steam Cleaning. I am around the Seabrook area. Yes. I'm the godfather of auditors. Thank you. I don't know about all that, but okay. I'm just a guy with a camera. So, okay, it's going too quick here. All right, guys, that is it. Y'all be safe, and I will see you again soon. Now I got to figure out how to turn this off. How do you get out of live? Tuttle case. I don't know about Tuttle case. Well, how do you turn off? This is interesting. Oh, there it goes. No, that's not it. Yep, there it is. All right. Y'all be